We are so back. We're gonna be moving into round... gosh, I'm fried already. Round 4. Yeah, 2 players to be eliminated this round. I hope you've all picked your favorites by now, because it's gonna be easier and easier to keep track of who's who now that we are down to 9 players. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you to the scene before they're even ready, and I am going to show you that this time we're not putting Shocky, Seedly, and Zarek front and center. No. We're going to be putting the fresh faces front and center, because you know what? They've earned it. They have been performing well. And they're not even really fresh faces, but you know what I mean. Underdogs. Alright, let me go and get the runners set up for the next race. Okay, gamers. The runners are ready, and I am going to be counting them down. Here goes the countdown, gamers. Okay, I saw some typing, so I held off on it. Okay, now really, go back to the title screen and be ready. Here comes the countdown. I'm not seeing everyone ready yet. No. We're having some miscommunication right now. There we go. Alright, everyone is ready. Here comes the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. And they are off. I'm surprised that was the hardest way, like the hardest start I've had so far when it came to the countdown. Meanwhile, we're later into the run. Let's see Dreamworld hits. Ooh, Zarek making it all the way up. Cairo making it all the way up, but it's not enough. Those were close. Those were close. Good heavens. Good heavens. They must be feeling pretty scammed right now. Sanj, Zarek, still not out. Zarek out, Sanj? Sanj out, okay. Rough start for those two. They will not like being put back at the start of this race. Now, fortunately for them, the amount of eliminated players this race will be 2. I just noticed I haven't updated that yet. Gosh, I gave myself too many things to do, Chad. Round 4, number of eliminations, 2. And I forgot to start the timer. God damn it, Chad. I'm trolling. Goodness heavens. Okay, we see Shocky, Seedly, and Red Ring in Troll Hole. Troll is pretty free. You just walk through a wall. There's small optimizations, but whether or not they will make or break a race is highly debatable. Highly debatable. Geek, though, opting for their jump strat, but kind of looking at a weird angle, so I think that's why that didn't work. The jump strat is something newer, and I know some of these older runners, like Geek, are kind of set in their ways. They're comfortable with the strats that they learn and might not always update. So perhaps that's where we saw a little bit of the error come from. The usual crowd making it over and underhill. Hector being third. I don't think I've talked about Hector. Let me talk about Hector. Let me check my notes here. Hector is currently 28th on the leaderboard, and his last PB was a year ago, over a year ago, sitting at the 12th best PB in this race. So this, if you were to blindly trust the data, he would have been out last round. So he's overperforming, and right now he is... Cairo falling there is rough. That is a big setback. But yeah, Hector is doing good for himself. Definitely keep an eye on him. Oh god, oh goodness, Cairo's falling apart. Cairo's choking. We like Cairo in this household, but we don't like to see it when he falls off. Good heavens. Good heavens. Looks like the rest is doing all pretty consistent. Not necessarily anyone running away with it. Zarek, oh goodness. Good heavens. Okay, he was past Pillar Skip. I just saw him fall, and I did not know where. So I thought maybe he was going back to start and not collecting $200, but... Oh no, Red Ring missing Pillar Skip. Opting for it. Going back to the title screen to get his jump attack back. Seedly and Shocky neck and neck on the clip. Now, I said I was going to feature the rest more, but I think we want to see what goes on between these two, because they are actually breathing down each other's necks. Holy moly. They are in sync. However, Seedly opts for the save. Shocky does not. If Shocky were to miss... Oh, he does miss? I thought he had it. That is a huge setback for Shocky. That is insane. He opted not to save, which I get. Because Bean Island, within the community, it's always a little joked about. It is a hard trick, but it is far from not doable. It's definitely something you can be consistent at. But nerves, everything into play. Saving on it makes sense. Shocky, maybe a little bit of pride. Or perhaps it really was just an unfortunate amount of advance. It's going to be put back really far. As a matter of fact, he might be in last right now. Yeah. Everyone else is past Doorclip. Seedly taking the lead. Now that's not a... that is not a run-ending mistake. Not a race-ending mistake for someone like Shocky. But he definitely does not want to let those mistakes pile on, as that will quickly put him into the danger zone. He doesn't even go for the islands, because you can beat that cutscene. That cutscene's on the timer. You can reach those islands before triggering the cutscene if you're fast, but confidence may be shot a little bit now going for the save. Curious to see if he'll opt for the save in the next rounds. But Seedly is running away with it. Seedly is absolutely running away with it. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to revoke your privileges of being on the stream and give them to someone like Zarek. Well, not on the stream, but... Alright. Seedly in this cart. I am not sure if he's on a good cycle, but knowing Seedly, he probably is. I am not that concerned. 2 slash, 3 slashes, 4 slashes, yeah. Yep. He's on fast cycle, he's gaming. Zarek about to go for Invis cart. Sanj having a little trouble with web skip over on the right there. And Shocky exiting Overhill. No longer being in last. I think he's bottom 3 right now, which is enough to advance, but there's still a lot of race left. Danger Zone got hand, says Ark. You learned that part. Yeah. Thanks for playing, Ark. It's gonna happen to someone at some point. It just happened to be you this time. It was still great to have you. Zarek in the invisible minecart. Not too far behind Seedly, but considerable, a significant amount. I gotta say though, Zarek has been performing quite consistent this race. At least from the times when I was looking, I haven't spotted any devastating mistakes from him. So, he seems to be pacing himself pretty well. Now, on top of being an elimination tournament, this is also a long tournament. Do keep that in mind. I planned this to be around 4 hours with all the rounds. Whether or not we make that is a question, but if you're going all the way to the end, you are doing a lot of races. A lot of room to mess up, get tired. And we're going to have to see if him pacing himself is going to help in the long run. Seedly missing that boost again. That's interesting. That's a boost that I've seen, or that's an area, rather, that I've seen Seedly mess up in runs quite a bit before, but I thought he had gotten better at it. However, this time he doesn't warp back all the way to start. He warps back to the previous boost, where he had also saved, understandably, since the incident he had before. Shocky is definitely showing some of his movement superiority, though, as he has been clawing his way back, and is now in Flies and Spiders. Zarek passing Seedly, as Seedly's mistake was quite costly. Now I know for a fact Seedly can be a little bit shaky, I want to say, at this boost right here. So he does opt to save for it, which makes sense, but he does hit it. Meanwhile, Zarek didn't hit it, which is actually quite opposite to my expectations. Putting them pretty close together again, but giving Seedly the lead. It looks like we're seeing not the cleanest Flies and Spiders all around, with Sanj having to force warp back. But Shocky is cleanly getting through there, so I think he'll be moving back up. And is that a first try for both Zarek and Seedly on barrels? These guys are good at the game, man. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Barrels is notoriously hard. And just one of those things that can really snowball your momentum if you mess it up. Now I want to say a warm welcome is pretty easy, but you can also get greedy, and Seedly is not greedy as he is perfectly level in the water. Zarek a little slow on his setup, definitely more on the safe side, but that's pretty much in line with how I've seen him play so far. Shocky being the third to enter a warm welcome. Very notable, as he was in the bottom 3 not too long ago. That's a top player for you. He'll recover from a mistake and just catch his way up through pure movement. Pure movement. Naho in barrels. Geek entering barrels. Let's see. Slow setup for Naho, but honestly understandable. In the tree, cleanly. Up there. Oh, what a choke! What a choke! He was on the branch. He just moved and turned in a weird way that I don't think he was ready for. Geek passing him, actually first trying that. Naho might be a little bit shook. That's the type of thing that really gets to you. Taking it extra slow this time, and making it over, not putting him too far behind. Let's see. Zarek and Seedly both inside info. Seedly opting for the top save. Has anyone gone for the boost this tournament? I'm not sure yet. Will they start doing it? I'm not sure either. But it is very valid to not do that. Seedly sending it. That's going to be a left adjust, but gets it just fine. Zarek on the clip. Clean. Confident. That's our bloke. I think Zarek does a little more setup. Yep. Totally fair. Okay, maybe a little slow, maybe a little short. No, it was enough. It was enough. I was worried that his hesitation on setting it up and being so far back was going to make it so he didn't get enough distance on his long jump, but no bova. If Shocky follows in their footsteps, I think he is chilling for the rest of the race. But he gets a little stuck on the clip. He's got that game knowledge, no. He knows how to recover that. Seedly getting a little bit of a weird clip here on Gathering, but also knows how to recover it. Yeah, and Shocky does hit it, so there's a pretty clear gap between the runners now, and I want to say Hector is kind of bridging that gap, which is still very good. Like I mentioned earlier, Hector hasn't been talked about a lot, but he should have been out if we were going off of his PB. And he hits inside info. I gotta say, Hector is a pretty safe bet for advancing as well, and punching way above his weight in this tournament. Meanwhile, the rest, the bottom few runners here, Cairo and Red Ring are in trouble, which is, I gotta say it, Red Ring has been kind of underperforming. Meanwhile, Cairo, I think, has been doing pretty good all around, while this is kind of his first bad instance. Zarek, wall walk. Does he get it again? Clean. Zarek is acing wall walk this tournament. Shoutouts to him. Even Seedly's down. Not going for it. Meanwhile, Zarek, confident, calm, cool, collected, and very British. Cairo, this inside info is going to be huge for Cairo. If he hits it, it's going to be crucial. He does hit it. Okay. Cairo's not out. That puts Red Ring and Naho pretty solidly behind, especially if Red Ring gets riddled right now. Meanwhile, the rest of the tournament seems pretty safe. Shocky did opt for wall walk, but I ended up getting a weird bounce, which could have ended worse, to be honest. But I think this is a Zarek first. And actually, if we're looking at the timer, this might be the best time in the tournament so far. Wait, no, I started it late again, didn't I? Yeah, no, I can't keep track of time. We're gonna have to check his reported time. Maybe not the best time in the tournament, but a damn good one. Red Ring did make it through inside info, but still behind. That's a Zarek finish. GG Zarek. I am gonna give slot 1 to Rary. And Seedly not too far behind with a finish. Shocky, despite his pretty catastrophic Bean Island miss, looks to be ending in 3rd anyway. That's really what you can expect from a player at that level. Not too shook by his mistake, and has plenty of skill to catch back up. I think Red Ring and Naho, it's going to be between those two. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Those two are looking to be eliminated. Its last 2 are eliminated. So we gotta start locking in chat and paying attention. Oh dear. Red Ring and Naho going out would be a surprise. But those two going out together... Sorry. I'm mixing up Red Ring with Sanj, but... Sanj looks pretty safe. Yeah. Okay, my brain caught up. So, bottom 2 are eliminated. Hector has finished. Hector definitely pulling out a little bit of a miracle here. Cairo, not too far behind Geek. Good heavens. Both Cairo and Geek are looking pretty clear. So does Sanj. I think it's pretty decided. No, and Red Ring might be going out. Geek finished. Red Ring's up. Cairo, I do not expect Cairo to mess up the ending. And he's up. He's around. And he gets the barrel. It's decided. Red Ring and No are out. What a surprise. Those were 2 pretty high picks. Gamers. We're seeing some upsets. We're seeing some incredible gameplay, some tragic gameplay. There's drama. Well, not really drama. I'm just hyping it up. Let's update the list. Out of the remaining players, I am taking Naho and Red Ring, unfortunately. Those were not my picks to be eliminated this round. And it is getting more and more competitive by the second. Thank you guys so much for playing. Put on a great show if nothing else. Cairo locking in. Cairo making his way through. The runners are on another short break, and I will have to do the same. But for the next round, we will be in round 5 with only 7 players remaining, yet another 2 eliminations. It's gonna be one to look out for, chat. So stay tuned. I will be back before you know it.